when you're all in and you're really living your life, understanding that it's temporary, living your life knowing that you don't know when you're going to die, but you want to make every day, every moment the best that you've ever experienced, you don't question it. You know in your heart that you're fully all in. And if you're questioning it right now, it's because you're not. Welcome back to another episode of the Unstoppable Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Michael Crane. We're here in the HQ, the Unstoppable HQ in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. And man, I got an episode today and a message that you need to hear, right? So I've been thinking a lot about death and, specifically family members of mine who have passed away. The reason for this is my wife's grandmother just passed away. She lived to be 94. She was an amazing woman, and we're going to celebrate her life tomorrow. And I'm just thinking about what people are going to say about me when I die. And anytime someone passes away, it gets me thinking about every little detail and every action, every decision I make in my life. I think about how I'm parenting my kids. Like, I want to be the best dad for them. And I'm always thinking, like, is this the right decision? Is this the best way to parent them? Is this the best way to spend time with them? Same with my wife. I want to be the best husband. So I'm always thinking about these things. Like, every day, am I making this journey count? Am I paying attention to what's most important? Is my attention and focus going where it needs to go, or am I going to have regrets later on in life? I think a lot about my parents and my upbringing. When I was in prison, roughly, 10 years ago to this point, I lost my mom. I never had the chance to build a relationship with my mom as sober individuals. When our household fell apart and she fell deep into her addiction, I lost my mom. I lost the version of my mom that I knew growing up. And that broke my heart for so many years. And then when I was in jail, we started writing each other letters, and she had gotten sober, and we rekindled our relationship. And I always had this vision of getting out, going to take her to lunch, and being able to sit down and talk like adults. And I let go of the past. I had made peace with all the stuff that I was so angry about for so long. And I had this vision that one day I'd get to, make it all right and rebuild a relationship with my mother. But that didn't happen. She passed away when I was in prison. My grandmother, she passed away when I was in prison. And then when I came home, I lost my father. 2-3 years after being out, he got to see my daughter Scarlett being born. He got to meet Jessica. A month after Preston was born, he never met Preston. He had a beautiful relationship with Mason, my oldest boy, but he never got to hold Preston, and he passed away. I lost my Uncle Mike 6 months ago. He's the one who raised me. He's the one who saved my life. And I've lost so many people on this journey. So many friends have died, accidentally overdosed. So many people didn't make it to this point. And I don't even know how I did. There's so many instances that I look back on where I could have been dead, where I could have accidentally overdosed, where I would have not woken up, where I would have went to sleep with too much alcohol, too much pills, too intoxicated, too much stuff in my system, and I would have just died in my sleep. My cousin Andrew, he died 2 months after my father. So it's like I have all these people who have passed away. My Uncle Jerry died in my garage when I was 19. The list goes on and on. As I'm sharing this, these names and faces are just popping up in my head. And it's like, what was it all for? What was their life for? What did they do here that still talked about, that still remembered? Who did they impact? What lives did they change? I think about this all the time because our journey is so short, and this is such a temporary time. We don't know where we go after this. But we do know that our actions have consequences, and our actions and who we become have a drastic impact on the people that we share this journey with. Your kids, your wife, your significant other, the people that you spend time with at work, the people that you see in your community, your extended family. Like, think about the people that you see often. Right now, as you're listening to this, I want you to picture their faces. Think about the relationship you have, and I want you to ask yourself, am I giving everything that I've got to this person? Like, if it's your wife, are you giving her everything that you got, all your love, all your energy, all your affection? Your children, are you giving them all of your attention? Superhero dad, the best role model in the world, the best person that they need. Like, are you being the best version of yourself for them? You see, this is what I think about every day. And the way that I honor the people who have come and gone before me, the loved ones that I just shared with you and the friends who have passed away, is I'm going to be that man that I know in my heart I'm supposed to be. I'm going to take all the lessons I learned from them, our relationship, everything that I can remember about that individual, and I'm going to make them proud. I'm going to honor them. If they're in heaven looking down upon me, they're going to look down upon me with a smile because they're going to say, yes, Sean, you're doing it. You're doing it. Because a lot of them, they didn't do it. A lot of them died with regret. A lot of them went to the grave with untapped potential. I saw it. I lived it. I saw it firsthand. And for me, that's my inspiration every day, to get up and work my ass off, to be a good man and to lead by example, to face my fears, dream bigger, crush everything in my path, accomplish all my goals, and just live the ultimate life. Because I know that one day I'm going to be that person that people are remembering. I'm going to be that guy at a funeral, at a celebration of life, that guy whose life is no longer here in the physical form. What are people going to say about me then? What are the memories that are going to pop up? What is the feeling inside of them that they're going to have about me? Is it going to be, oh, Sean was a good guy, but he was capable of so much more. Oh, Sean was a good guy, but he had these flaws. He had these things about him that he couldn't overcome. Sean was a good person, but he could have been so much more. Or damn, Sean was the epitome of what we're here to do. And like you, for instance, what are they going to say about you? Don't make this about me. I want you to think about your loved ones, your parents, your uncles, your aunts, like your heritage, right? Your ancestry. And then the people in your lives right now, the people who have come and gone before you and the people who are with you right now, what are they going to say and remember about you? Because here's the thing, we're all connected. I don't care if my mom's not here in the physical form. I don't care if my dad's not here in the physical form. I don't care if my wife's grandmother, God rest her soul, right? I don't care if she's not here in the physical form. I feel their presence. I feel their energy. And I feel that about my children too. I know that we're all connected in a way that we could hardly fathom. And I know that when I do the right thing every day and I show up and I give my best effort, and like I said earlier, I face any fears or doubts in my path, and I'm honest about who I want to be in this life, and I hold myself to that high standard, like when I show up as that man, I'm filled with peace. I look back on the past and I have gratitude in my heart. Like I know that everything that I went through early on, all the struggle, everything that I had to endure, it was for a reason. Like there's meaning behind those moments, right? I've been able to turn that pain into purpose. And the reason I was able to do that is because I see the bigger picture of why we're all here. We're here to lift each other up. We're here to inspire one another. We're here to show people what's possible. We all need that individual in our lives, or those individuals that we can aspire to be like. And I want to ask you, are you being that for the people in your life right now? Or are you holding back? Are you playing small? Are you making excuses? Have you settled? If you settled, I know that you're not waking up alive. I know you're not feeling something inside of you that's driving you forward each and every day. It's the opposite. You're waking up and you're not excited. You're not finding things to be grateful for. You're seeing the negative side of life. The glass is half empty for those individuals. But I want you to know it could be so much different for you. It could be so much better. And so for me, the way that I focus on what's important, and the thing that I think about every day that helps me to really understand what's important and direct my actions and gives me clarity, is thinking about death. I think about death every day. And it's a motivating factor for me because I think about, man, if this was my last day with my children, how would I behave? If this was my last conversation with my wife, how would I listen? Like last kiss, last hug, last day alive, last year, whatever it is. Like for those of you listening, if you want more out of life, you got to think about the fact that this journey will end. If you want more out of life and you want to just do everything that your heart is calling you to do, and you want to become someone you're proud of, you got to think about the fact that every day that you're not all in is a day you're never going to get back. All the goals, all the things that you say you want to accomplish, are you really pursuing them with everything that you've got? Or are you going slow? You procrastinating, you making excuses. You think that eventually you'll get there, right? You put it off till tomorrow. When you're all in and you're really living your life, understanding that it's temporary, living your life knowing that you don't know when you're going to die, but you want to make every day, every moment the best that you've ever experienced, you don't question it. You know in your heart that you're fully all in. And if you're questioning it right now, it's because you're not. And so I'm going to call you out and I'm going to call you up because people in your life need you right now. Let's go back to what I shared when I opened up this segment. Think about the fact that your children, your wife, there's people in your life right now that depend on you so much. And there's people in your life or that have been in your life to this point who are dead. They're gone. Remember the effect they had on you. Remember how they made you feel. Like, did they make you feel like you could do anything in your life? Or do you look back on your parents or loved ones or people you know and you see flaws in them? You see things that you wish they would have changed, ways that they could have improved. Now, I want you to look at your own life and I want you to put yourself under the microscope. Who do you need to be for your loved ones? Who do you need to be in order for when you die, they don't have those negative feelings about you? They have nothing but positive thoughts and feelings. You were the best man they'd ever known, the best person that ever came into their life. I want you to go into your day with this mindset. I want you to focus on who you need to be, and I want you to pour your heart and soul into your life because I need you. And together we're going to change the world.